originally a reptilian-dominated planet. There was a disaster on Mars. The humanoid forms took refuge on the surface of the Earth, and these guys have been at war against each other for a long time. The reptilian humanoids, they're from the Earth's natural evolution. They're physical in form. Some of the more primitive ones live near the surface, and the other more intelligent and larger population groups are underground.
No! Shh! Shut! What is that? What is that in that jar, guys? Is this real? I don't know, guys. What? You see what it said? Shh! Don't even say it. Get ready. It's not a game. What you mean reserved alien gray?
This man Diddy is trying to hit a reverse Uno card, y'all. He's coming out with the first ever counter documentary.
Midway through the storm, it was only about 30 minutes long, but look at how much rain came pouring down. It apparently lifted parked cars right off the street. You can see people were trying to get to their cars and move them, but it was just too late. So even after the several feet of flooding receded, these cars were totaled. Dozens of...
Check this out.
Leonard does not like when I go to work.
Look at the mouth. What kind of sounds are those? Look at the eyes.
I see it.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and 7-up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But go ahead and hype this video up as well. I'll be forgetting to let y'all know. I apologize, yesterday's video didn't drop, so we dropping today. So yesterday we had some technical difficulties going on, but I know we back today. We'll be back tomorrow. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
You seeing this right now? Make sure you double tap so everybody can see what's going on. Right now, California is dealing with a severe flood. What's crazy to me is, y'all remember that fog. They had a fog called radiation fog for a couple of days. And now all of a sudden, they're flooding. And it's so much rain that is causing mudslides too. Y'all, this is not normal. Entire roads is underwater. They're calling this an atmospheric river, y'all. So basically a river in the sky dumping extreme amounts of water in a short period of time, as you can see. That's why you see roads flooded. That's why you see cars stranded like this. Y'all, look at the river before. Look how much water this is. This shit is wild, fool. And I'm hearing they're supposed to get more rain. So if it's already like this is what, like 5-10 feet? Shit wild, bruh. I really need y'all thoughts down below in the comments on what do y'all think is going on in California. What caused all this rain? You had people that lived in these areas before and they looking like they never seen anything like this before either. So if you're one of the people that live in that area, I need to know from y'all. Have you seen this before? Is this new to you, or is this something you're accustomed to seeing already?
Did y'all see that they arrested that dude Ebo Noah over the allegations of the flood and building the boats using all the materials? They even burned the boat and sent it out into the middle of the ocean, y'all. Like, why would these people think this was about to come? Just like earlier this year when they thought that they were about to get raptured by the mothership, and now this is the same thing that's happening with them with the boat, y'all. What is happening over there? This is crazy.
Flood predicted by Ebo Noah did not come as expected, which angered the thousands of believers who had gathered there to await its arrival. Ebo Noah had claimed that God warned him of a global flood and said only those who joined him would be saved. In preparation, he announced that he had built 8 large wooden arks. His message spread quickly online, and an estimated 280,000 people traveled to stay near him, seeking protection. Many followers also donated large sums of money to support the project. When December 25 passed, with no signs of flooding, frustration and panic grew among the crowd. Some followers began questioning where their money had gone after reports surfaced that Ebo Noah had used donations to purchase luxury items, including a Mercedes-Benz. As tensions rose, a group of angry followers surrounded Ebo Noah. Witnesses say the situation became chaotic before local authorities intervened. Police later took Ebo Noah into custody for his own safety and to prevent further escalation. Authorities have now launched an investigation into possible fraud and misuse of donations. Many former supporters say they feel deceived and are demanding answers, refunds, and legal action.
This is nasty work. They are pumping them fake clouds in the air again. And this is Miami, and we barely get sunny days because they cover up the sun with these clouds. They never evaporate. It's not real smoke. It stays in the air like a painting because that's the only way they can shut us down is by blocking us from the sun and spraying this stuff in the air.
Is this true, Florida?
Oh my god! Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's food. This is chicken ramen. It's been burning for about 18 minutes now. Underneath it, you'll see the chemicals that came off of it still burning. And it's still intact. Imagine trying to digest that. That's crazy.
Fool, I kept seeing this pop up on my feed. Just looking at the picture. What does it look like to y'all? I see the sun. And then I see this thing right here. Is this sun number 2? The first time I seen the video, I'm like, I went past it. And then the next day, I seen this video again. And then I scroll a little longer and I see it again. So I'm like, how many fucking people seen this shit? You see, she freaked out.
I got it. Sorry, baby, I didn't mean to scream. It's a sun right there, bitch.
So what's that?
And a sun right here.
2?
The moon is on the other side. Or is that a planet? What the?
So you know I had to come to y'all. What the hell is that, fool? You see the sun shining, making little x-rays and shit. But this joint is just right there and it's just glowed up. You have numerous people saying that they seen this before. And they seen the one that she's talking about. I don't know, fool. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. That ain't normal, right?
Yeah, you thought it was Photoshop. Thought it was Photoshop. Y'all want me to be ugly and insecure so bad. But then you would be out of work.
We don't want you to be ugly and insecure. This is what a lot of people remember, bro, about Lil' Kim. This is what Hollywood does to you. Destroy your natural God-given beauty. See, this is when it started to roll down. You feel me? And then bam!
Wow, that's a scary situation. Y'all beat this shit. So, rest in peace to Vince Zampella, because woo-wee, that is one terrifying crash to see. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen the video circling online about Vince Zampella's car crash. It was terrible, baby. He was going too fast and then wham, just woo-wee, it was terrible. And the car caught on fire and it was just terrible. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to him. And we gonna pray for his family and his their healing and everything like that. And for those of y'all who don't know who this man is, he was a video game creator, mainly the creator of Call of Duty. I f with Call of Duty. So with that being said, rest in peace to him. But this is where shit gets a little bit freaky. So, somebody was playing a video game that was the same shape and the same car that Vince was riding the day that it crashed, right? Which was, I think it was yesterday or today, whatever. But somebody a year prior to that was playing, a game. And they pretty much predicted his death. That is what's creeping me the out. I'm like, so you mean to tell me somebody predicted this man's death through a video game? And then what's even more crazy is that when you put the side-by-side shot of the video game and the actual crash, why they look the same? What the type of shit is that? Like, things are starting to get creepier and creepier by the minute, child.
A tourist at an Airbnb spotted a frogman creature in Cancun, Mexico. And I don't know what it is about that video, guys, but looking at that video, to be honest with you, I think it's real. That's what people are saying, not me. People are also saying that this whole AI thing came out because they knew that these things would start coming to this earth. So when we see it and when people catch footage of it, the first thing they're gonna think is AI. But I checked the comments on that video. And there's something about that video that makes me feel that that frogman creature that they spotted in Cancun, Mexico is not AI. Go look at the video, guys. Go look it up. Frogman creature spotted in Cancun, Mexico. I didn't even want to post it because it just looks bizarre. And it gives me reality vibes. This ain't nothing, guys. This is just icing on the cake. You haven't seen nothing yet. Get ready. 2026 is here. It's not a game out yet at all. Go look that video up, guys, and let me know what you think about this. And of course, entertainment purposes only. That was AI. Shut up! I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about that. Go check that video out. Let me know if you think it's real or fake. I'm out.
Yala tourist staying at an Airbnb in Cancun, Mexico, claims they spotted a frogman-type creature, and I'm not gonna lie, that video is unsettling. I don't know what it is about it, but when you watch it, something feels off in a way that's hard to explain. A lot of people in the comments are saying they genuinely think it's real, not me saying that, that's what people are saying, and of course, others are immediately calling it AI. But here's where it gets interesting. Some people are saying this whole AI explosion happened for a reason, like it's preparing us for when things like this start getting caught on camera. So when footage shows up, the first reaction is, oh, that's AI, and nobody takes it seriously. I went through the comments, and there's just something about this video that doesn't feel generated. The movement, the way it looks, the vibe, it doesn't scream fake right away. The creature looks bizarre, like straight up frogman status, and that's why I didn't even want to repost it. It gives off real life energy, not movie energy. And honestly, this might just be the icing on the cake. People keep acting like nothing's happening, but it really feels like we haven't seen anything yet. 2026 is here, and it doesn't feel like a joke anymore. Go look it up yourself. Frogman creature spotted in Cancun, Mexico. Watch it and decide for yourself. And before anyone starts yelling, yes, entertainment purposes only, sure, AI, whatever. But still, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Is it real or fake?
The comment section, I don't know if it's ever been that split as much as it was split over that clip. I mean, the blue and red blood, if blood is really blue, but it hits oxygen and comes out red, that was a crazy split. The red and blue side of politics, that was a crazy split. And then aliens being demons or not, that's a crazy split. And when it comes with this frogman, bro, them topics right there, it's like almost like the comment section get to going crazy. It'd be like 50-50. It don't never be everybody's on one chord when it comes. That's crazy. I sat back and watched the comment section on the last couple videos with that one, and some people said it's real. Some people say it's AI. So I'm gonna just be the person that sits in the middle and just say, you know what? If it's real, I can see it, and if it's fake, I can see it. I'm gonna just let it expose itself. Whatever it's gonna be is gonna be. I'm gonna be that person. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Spam it up.
The only thing
that scares me more than what's inside of this house is what's buried underneath the house. To fully understand the magnitude of just how terrifying this place is, you have to understand the town's history, because it is actually insane. Grab a snack, grab a blanket, and let's get started. Back in the late 1800s, a couple by the name of the Lynches were kind of like any other couple just trying to make a life for themselves in North Texas. And this guy, James Alvis Lynch, was a very adventurous man, I imagine. He had a wife and a whopping 9 children. And after moving to Texas, realized it's hot as fuck. So James is like, I cannot be working in these conditions. It's hot, his crops aren't growing, and I'm sure his children are like dehydrated. He's like, I gotta make a well. So he worked endlessly until he was able to finally strike water. And with this new access to water, he's finally able to take a sip of it for the first time and realizes this tastes funky. But him and his family are dehydrated enough, so they're like, I'm gonna keep drinking it. After bathing and drinking this water for a while, he realizes that he doesn't suffer from rheumatism anymore. So he's like, oh shoot, these aches and pains that I've suffered from for so long are gone. I need to tell everyone. And the second that word broke out about this, about 3,000 people set up camp outside of the Lynch's property. People with so many different health problems. One of the people that came to town was this old lady who was known for being like a little kooky. And she would sit outside of the well, but people noticed that each day as she would drink the well's water, she started to become like more normal. So people were like, oh my gosh, this water not only fixes people physically, but also mentally. This is some crazy water. I mean this so literally, like it is actually called crazy water. And still to this day, you can like purchase different levels on like how concentrated you want the minerals to be. And like they have a strong fan base. Like people swear by this water. The thing that is completely wild about this crazy water is that the water actually contains naturally occurring lithium. Those of you who don't know, lithium is prescribed for people who have anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder. So the crazy water is a mood stabilizer. James is like, I'm the mayor of this town now. Let's build so many wells. Let's put up a bathhouse. We will say that everyone of every disease can be cured here. And this town began to thrive and make bank off of sick people. And with these spa houses, a promise to get better, and so many people coming into town, came some serious competition, which resulted in arguably the most haunted hotel in all of Texas being built, where patients checked in looking for a cure and did not check out. And T.B. Baker, who was like the man of all the nice Texas hotels, was like, we're gonna go with luxury, and made a 450 guest room resort styled hotel dedicated to the healing powers of the water. There was a whole floor that was just like a bathhouse spa, and then there was this Olympic-sized swimming pool outside that was made up of only the mineral water. This attracted so many celebrities, literally Judy Garland checking in. Bonnie and Clyde allegedly also stayed there and removed the carpet outside of the room so that they could hear law enforcement coming. But the fame of this hotel was very short-lived and quickly turned abandoned. A lot of this was due to the Great Depression that was just right around the corner. Also, federal regulation. They were like, hey, we have antibiotics now, so you can't say that this cures everything. They really did try to keep this hotel open, but ultimately it closed its doors in 1972. This became like an urban explorer's dream, but please don't go there today. They are renovating, and I, for one, am so excited. People who have gone to explore it have found out that it's infested with ghosts. The man who built the hotel had some very dark secrets, and not just because of the people who showed up looking for a cure and never got better. He was very sneakily hiding a mistress within the hotel. But seeing Mr. Baker continue to be with his wife while he promised her that he would leave her sent her over the edge. And she ultimately ended up jumping from the 7th floor. People to this day still say that they see her standing at that window, or smell her perfume outside of her room whenever they walk by. We are just getting started at how dark some of the creatures that reside over there are. Allegedly, there is a bellhop that still continues to perform his duties there even into his afterlife. Even more eerily, whenever this place was still abandoned and people would come to explore it, they would hear the dinging of the not working elevator and claim to even see a figure of a bellhop inside of it. People will also specifically hear 1930s music at the hotel coming from the ballroom. Some even report seeing people dancing inside, completely disappearing when they're approached. Even creepier though is that a lot of investigators who have stayed there have reported a 19th floor. This hotel only has 14 floors, yet that doesn't stop investigators from reporting having very dark experiences with shadow figures on a 19th floor in this hotel. One particular episode of Ghost Adventures that was done over at the Baker Hotel, one of these so-called shadow figures actually disappeared into one of the guys. After that happened, the guy got progressively more and more angrier. And while you might think this can't possibly get worse, it does, because right at the very end of the street, quite literally right next to the Baker Hotel, is the Hill House. And this place contains a very terrifying reason as to why all the hauntings here exist, because what is that?
Am I the only one who didn't know that ventriloquism used to be used to channel actual spirits? And then when people got uncomfortable with it, they had to change it to make it seem like it was just entertainment. My mind is blown.
Breaking news, y'all. They just issued a state of emergency for California. So California just had that radiation fall. And they had that for a couple days, maybe a week. People was like, what is this? We never seen this, right? But they said it was normal. And all of a sudden, right now, they having a severe flood. Say they had over 3 inches of rain, and it's causing mudslides too. Look at this. Nah, something going on. This ain't normal. Entire roads is under the water. Ours is immersed and covered under mud. House's first level is too? No. Allegedly, this is an atmosphere river. That's what they calling it. There has been a lot of evacuation orders. A lot of people in California is getting up out of there. Watch you about to get a lot of Arizona people in the comments talking about something. Don't come over here. Shut up. And the LA County Fire Department said they already rescued over 200 people. And they did say there was one death, the man who got hit with a tree branch in his head. I still don't understand what's going on in California. Like, what's causing all this? Come on, man. Things are just, it's looking like that time, y'all. And I know, since I've been a little one, they always joked about how California was gonna be underwater. Is the time now? I'm just saying. You in California, tap in, man. Let me know you good, you straight. Y'all go check on y'all people.
Get in here, family. Check this shit out. Some shit went down yesterday on Christmas Eve. A lot of people been seeing weird shit. Now these flashing spotlight lights that y'all seeing going across the screen, I've been recording and documenting those things since last year. You can scroll down my page and look for them videos where I talk about this. Also, for people who been seeing it, what y'all think it is? Because I've been asking ChatGPT, is this some type of new spotlight, entertainment spotlight, or some type of military spotlight that they using? Chat say it don't seem normal. It seems like some type of phenomenon they can't explain, because I got videos. Check this out too. Yesterday, as I'm driving downtown to go see the Christmas lights, it was an orange, pink, purple cloud just sitting on top of the Willis Tower, aka the Sears Tower, which we finna get into in the next video. So y'all see this shit? That big ass, it look orange, but in person, it's pink, orange, and purple. And it's multiple of those just sitting in the sky. And we driving, I wonder how many people paid attention and seen that. Then some white light started coming back and forth. Like, what the hell going on, man? On photo grade, shit is crazy.
Oh my gosh, Oregon, Montana, Washington, are y'all okay? I need everybody from those 3 states to check in. Are y'all okay? Not only are y'all being swept underwater right now, as well as California and New York, but y'all aren't even getting any news coverage, any help. Over 100,000 people were forced to evacuate their homes. It went from negative 40 degrees to 40 degrees in 24 hours. Winds over 100 miles per hour. Are y'all okay? Cut to the clip.
Originally a reptilian-dominated planet, there was a disaster on Mars. The humanoid forms took refuge on the surface of the Earth, and these guys have been at war against each other for a long time. The reptilian humanoids, they're from the Earth's natural evolution. They're physical in form. Some of the more primitive ones live near the surface, and the other more intelligent and larger population groups are underground. There's other reptilian humanoids that also seem to be coming from another dimension.
O.J. Simpson was innocent. Yeah, you stopped scrolling, didn't you? Okay, here's the thing. His son, Jason, who was never a suspect in the case, has been diagnosed with some sort of, I think it was called Dr. Jekyll syndrome. So he was like a schizophrenic angry guy. He had been charged for attacking someone with a knife. I believe it was an ex-girlfriend, just like a year before Ron Goldman and Nicole were murdered. Do you remember how there was a black hat found at the scene of the crime? And it had dog hair on it? But OJ didn't have a dog? Yep. They also recovered a knife from a storage unit, which was rented by Jason, that, you know, matches the wounds. They never found the in the OJ case. Lastly, Ron Goldman was like a black belt, and OJ didn't have a mark on him. But Goldman's hands looked like he had been punching the shit out of someone, right? I mean, that explains the white Bronco chase, too. He was trying to get him off the scent, fam. Let me know what you think.
What y'all think? What y'all think? Yeah, he's frozen, bro. Glitching out.
So the fog has finally made its way to Columbus, Ohio. Look at this. That is crazy. Look at them cars. They disappear into the fog. Literally. Wow. Yep. And I'm already having problems breathing. But yep. Here it is. The fog. Can't even see past, almost past the treetops almost. That's crazy. Wow.
Prayers, man. Hopefully everybody good.
This man Diddy is trying to hit a reverse Uno card, y'all. He's coming out with the first ever counter documentary, fool. It's the first for me. I ain't never seen no one come out with a counter documentary. I guess that 50 Cent documentary really hit that man where it hurt. And of course, guess who's making it? Zeus. Y'all, look at this shit.
Of his children arriving in court for day one of their father's sex trafficking
Can't make this up.
in New York. Fans gripped in solidarity.
Do you still believe your dad's innocent? How did you feel hearing that testimony? Have you apologized on behalf of your... Do you believe your father's innocent?
Shit crazy.
Your dad is dead for years for abusing women. That's all. You can never hear.
Hello. This is a prepaid collect call from Federal Correctional Institution.
Diddy PR team is like, dog, we gonna turn this shit around. This man Diddy is not giving up. He like, I didn't do nothing. He gonna keep that same energy. My question for y'all is, are y'all gonna be watching it? Let me know down below in the comments.
I lived in a third world.
I still ain't watched 50s yet. But for his sons to be showing their face in support of their pops, I don't care, bro. If my moms, my pops, if they did anything like that where they touching kids, bro, I'm not messing with you no more. Parent or not, bro, I'm not messing with you no more. Once you wear that jacket, you can't take that one off. And they showing their face right for their dad, man. Like, it make me wonder, like, do y'all stand for the same shit? Not saying you do, but the fact that I don't know, bro. He done so much, it ain't no coming back from that shit, bro. Let me know y'all thoughts. Oh, this shit's crazy.
World country this last year. It was so dangerous. It was so scary. Oh my God, I woke up every single day being like, oh my God. Bucket showers, living off the land, understanding where my food's coming from, understanding the way of life. No, babes. America is a third world country. America is a third world country. I've been back for 3 months. And my body is so inflamed. Anytime I walk into a grocery store, I don't even know what to pick because I know it's all toxic. Any interaction I have, I'm like, oh my God, you just want something from me. The American men don't even get me started. The only thing that's beneficial about America is the opportunities here. You have more opportunities here, but you have to give your soul for those opportunities. You don't experience life or balance, no. You have to give your soul to even experience a taste of those opportunities. So if you are scared to travel the world and see other places, I promise you, you're going to be way safer somewhere else than in America. If you're an American, you're good. Your nervous system is prepped for other places in the world.
Let me tell y'all, bro. Imagine getting up 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, as an 8-year-old kid, and this all you hear playing through your house. You scared as hell. You want to go get a drink of water? Man, I'm not going to get no drink of water, boy. In the daytime it's bumping. But y'all ain't really from Memphis, cuz y'all ain't never heard. I'm talking about my mama. Me and my mama would listen to this shit all the time. Coops the nigga, hypnotize minds, all that shit, cuz. Children of the corn, on God. But imagine being 8 years old. That's all you heard. Everybody up front sleep. They didn't got turned. They didn't fell asleep. Now this all that's playing in the house. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
On this episode of Tweaker Geographic, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a wild tweaker. Already 30 feet in the air, he has evolved beyond sidewalks and into public infrastructure. The stoplight becomes his nest. From above, he challenges gravity and authority. Below, police deploy a massive inflatable cushion. Commands are issued and instantly ignored. With diplomacy extinct, officers deploy the tweaker tranquilizer. The subject believes he can fly. Gravity disagrees. The cushion catches him, and the ecosystem is restored.
Boy, I was about ready to yell AI for a second.
So you're telling me Iran declared war with the United States at 7 a.m. and we're just finding out? I'm just finding out at 11 p.m. What the is going on? What the is going on? Wow.
Did y'all notice? It's just fast.
Look at that. Did you hear him? Folks that are writing the script have done it again.
Truth in plain sight.
No! Shh! Shut up! What is that? What is that in that jar, guys? Is this real? I don't know, guys. What? You see what it said? Shh! Don't even say it. Get ready. It's not a game. What you mean reserved alien gray? 2001? That lady saying that her uncle put that in the attic. Now, it looked like whatever's in that jar was still alive. And to be honest with you guys, it looked like it was sleeping. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for insane purpose only. I don't know who the hell that lady is and where she got that jar from. And I don't know what's in that jar, and I don't even think it's real. Shh. Shut up! No way. No way. I don't want to believe that, guys. Because how is that still alive in the jar? I guess it breathes in water. You get it, guys? The A's are in a W. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on you guys. You know what time is it. Shh. Shut up! I don't know who that lady is, and I don't know where that video even came from. But I know that something's going on here, guys. And to think that there's things like that out there that people are keeping. It's about to be 2026, guys. It's just been alive for 25 years in a jar. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on you guys. You know what time is it. Shh. Shut up! But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to anybody's house and they pull out a jar with a fake alien in it, nah, bro, get that away from me, homie.
If he said he put it in the attic, leave it there.
What if I told you all the presidents, and I mean all of them, were still alive? But I wasn't going to just speculate on it. I was going to prove it. Here's Teddy Roosevelt. Here's Robin Williams. And that's both of their wives. And here's Andrew Jackson and his wife. And, well, what if we paired a younger picture with Miss Jackson with Miss Maxwell? Do you think that they might just fit pretty well down to the lips, the nose, and eye placement? And what if this goes back to our very first president and his wife, Martha? Funny how he looks a little more feminine than her. And a subscriber, Samantha, pointed out the resemblance of Glenn Close and George Washington. Funny, Glenn, especially spelled like Glenn Close, Glenn. It's a funny name for a girl. You want to see something even funnier? Here's Glenn Close's husband. And, well, do you recognize him? How about now? That's Martha Washington. Glenn Close's husband, Martha Washington. And I'm going to stop after this one for a second. Here's the 25th president, William McKinley, and I couldn't help but notice how identical he looked to Dumb and Dumber star Jeff Daniels. Oh, and the first time I ever happened to see this, they started talking about Dumb and Dumber randomly on the TV in the very first second. And you know what's even funnier than that is how he's got a little mark right there. Good old President McKinley. And oh, look at that. So does Jeff Daniels. I did a 10-minute video on this that I'm testing out for the subscribers of mine, because if anything's going to get censored and shut down and give me account bans and strikes and warnings, it's this one. And let me tell you what that whole video is about. It's how they're not human. Here's Alec Baldwin and President Fillmore. And I say they're not human, and they tell us what they are. Just like the Book of Enoch says, fallen angels are referred to as stars. Go watch the 10-minute video. I'll release it eventually, but I need to test the waters because it's a doozy, and I think it explains exactly what's going on. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that they all just are doppelgangers.
Y'all with them?
Hey, they ain't gonna tell you. No, they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you that fasting will cure every you got, along with some natural herbs that'll keep your body from starting to rot. But they ain't gonna tell you. Hell no, they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you that trap music that you love with all them low frequency 808s, that's what's keeping your mind in a violent, over-induced state. But they ain't gonna tell you. Hell no, they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you what you think is science fiction is really science fact. Like everything we see in the movies that's coming true, now would you look at that? But they ain't gonna tell you. No, they ain't gonna tell you. But I will, and that's why I'm telling you.
Appreciate him for telling us, man.
Like your parents, they probably went through hell. They probably went through trauma with their parents. So a lot of things that they do, you can't really hold it over their head. A lot of us get stuck on, oh, my parents act like this. Oh, I don't like them. But we never think about how they grew up. They probably grew up with one parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some things that we need to think about. And when you think like that, you take all your power back. Because when you take accountability, that's where you grow. If you don't take accountability, nothing's going to change. You always going to find a reason for why something's not working. So that's one of the most important steps. Spiritual melody.
I started noticing something today. Same shoes, same pants, but different people. It used to be how you dressed was personal. It was a way to express yourself, your mood, your creativity, your identity. But this feels like a straight up uniform. And I know trends aren't new, but this level of sameness is wild. It's like everybody started dressing the same almost overnight. when did comfort turn into conformity? It's like we're losing our individuality. I don't know, something to think about.
Daly City got an insane amount of rain from a flash flood Christmas morning. This is what one street in Broadmoor, right by Daly City, looked like at 3 a.m. Here's a look midway through the storm. It was only about 30 minutes long, but look at how much rain came pouring down. It apparently lifted parked cars right off the street. You can see people were trying to get to their cars and move them, but it was just too late. So even after the several feet of flooding receded, these cars were totaled, dozens of them. People here are filing insurance claims. They're waiting for their cars to be towed. They're devastated. Part of the problem is aging infrastructure. These storm drains in Daly City and Broadmoor are really old, and it's going to take years and millions of dollars to replace them, but that is in the works.
Shit is crazy, man. I don't know. Her eyes.
So boom, let's talk about what just happened in Australia, because it got a lot of people going crazy right now. This shit caught a lot of people off guard. As you can see, Australia, y'all, the place known for extreme heat and summer Christmases and beaches, just was covered in snow. As you can see, bruh, it snowed on Christmas Eve, y'all. Parts of Tasmania officially saw actual snow, y'all. Snow! The temperature dropped low enough to where they can experience winter-like conditions. But the only problem is, this was supposed to be summer! The middle of summer. Y'all, this isn't normal. It's not. Snowfall in Australia in December is extremely rare. Slim to none. This is why social media was going crazy like fool. It's snowing in Australia during summer? A lot of shit going on right now. It's cold in the south, it storms in the east, and then in the west, it's extreme heat. Y'all, all I want you to do is wake up and pay attention. Just think back to a couple years ago. All you gotta do, fool, because rare weather events is becoming less rare. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
In the fall, we will host the first ever Patriot Games.
In the 74th annual Hunger Games.
An unprecedented 4-day athletic event featuring the greatest high school athletes, one young man and one young woman from each state and territory.
The time has come for us to select one courageous young man and woman.
You'll never see anything like it, and you'll never see anything like it again.
We have never seen anything like this, and we will never see anything like it again.
It's great that President Trump has decided to institute this.
Where the Capitol just bombed a hospital filled with unarmed men, women, and children.
Israeli airstrikes targeted the hospital.
Israeli airstrikes today hit a hospital in southern Gaza. At least 20 people were killed.
If you think for 1 second that the Capitol will ever treat us fairly, you are lying to yourself.
The first ever Patriot Games.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I don't know why y'all thought y'all was gonna bring that shit to New Orleans, you heard me? Y'all niggas know damn well we don't play that shit. Nah, voodoo doll depicting the U.S. Immigration and Enforcement Custom Agent was found uptown on Magazine Street. According to Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrow, a couple ICE agents was basically going sick. Now they got the doll tied to a tree covered in pins, you hear me? Now y'all know when it comes down to New Orleans, we don't really play that shit. We very protective and we love our people. Like, we like our own country over here, you hear me? I don't know what made them think that they was gonna come to New Orleans and be able to get away with some of the things that they was doing. Some of the unconstitutional shit that you think you was gonna rock out of New Orleans with? Come on now. Too many practitioners, too many root workers, too many warlocks, too many witches, you hear me? What also just happened, 2 hotels that the ICE agents is staying in, they done found the bowl with the burning ashes inside of it. And after that, you had a few ICE agents that ain't been on duty for about at least 3-4 days, you hear me? Better get some of them red peppers dried out, put it in your shoes. You better take 13 pennies, put it in front that door. Or you better put that mirror up in front that door. Better get you some red brick mortar dust, put it in front that door. Get you some salt, put it in front that door, you hear me? I don't know why think that this shit is a joke, you hear me? But you playing with the wrong ones, boy, I'm telling you. My people don't play. We just don't play, baby.
Damn, they putting the dolls up on us.
So if you didn't know Black Mirrors are way older than your smartphone and that Netflix series, check this out. This is the original scrying mirror made from obsidian. And what shamans would do with these is they would actually go and learn to, one, disappear their reflection by crossing their eyes to remember that ultimately everything is nothing, and then actually be able to shape this reflection into an animal or a vision of their choosing. And through observing this change in their perception, they would literally create a new reality. And so even if you don't have an obsidian mirror, you need to realize how powerful it is when you decide that you're going to see a new vision in this magic mirror that you're holding in your hand and watching me on. I can tell you from experience, from feeling trapped 7 years, being in my hometown, not making hardly any money, not being able to travel the world, make as much money as I need, and do something that I love, it all started by deciding to see myself as the version that I wanted to be inside the black mirror that you're watching me on right now. So it's important to remember that as you're creating content, as you're deciding how you want the world to see you, that the mirror will distort reflections because we never actually see our true face. But if you get the feeling that of alignment with who you actually want to be and who you know you are, that's where the magic happens. They'll comment magic if you're going to go and use the magical black mirror that you're holding to go and upload your higher self to the collective unconscious. And if you need help to do that and want my help personally, go click the link in my bio. Aloha.
Their politicians have lied to them and told them that this shit is normal, and this is not normal. Today I'm in McDowell County, West Virginia. And for those that have been following my West Virginia journey for a while, you know McDowell County and Welch were one of the first pieces that I did. And though that video was very important to me, I think it just scratched the surface of what's going on here. The story that I told about Cole abandoning McDowell is the story that they want you to tell. What they don't want you to do in this county is ask questions. So I'm back in this county to thoroughly document it and get to the bottom of why this place isn't just down, but is being kept down. I've seen a lot of abandoned retail in my life, but this is the first time I've seen an abandoned Walmart. I'm sitting here on a Saturday afternoon and this parking lot used to be packed to the brim and now it's empty. Like, how did this happen? There's still very much active coal that comes out of this county. And what people need to realize is it was less about coal's decline and more about technology increasing. Right on cue, baby. Welcome to Welch. It's like something I grew up with in the 90s, maybe a little later. But more concerning about that is this. I get that mine discharge is a normal part of running an active mine, but I'm sorry, nobody can tell me that this shit is normal. It may be the way it's been done around here for years, but it fucking stinks. There's fucking chemicals in it, and these people are just living like this, and this is their life. And their politicians have lied to them and told them that this shit is normal, and this is not normal. What do you want to do with it?
Well, come on, I'm gonna show you.
All right.
I'll make this floor here and the door for you tomorrow.
Why can't this place seem to rebound?
I'm gonna tell you what two old men told me down in Tennessee back in the 90s. I told him I was from McDowell County. He said, well, ain't they gonna flood that to make a hydroelectric dam to power the 3 states? I said, how the hell would you know that and you live down in Tennessee? He said, well, my son-in-law works for the Army Corps of Engineers and there's already blueprints drawn up for it. Here's another thing that's happening. There's an executive order sent down from Washington to allow these companies to mine these rare earth minerals. Under no circumstances do they stop them. That's been puking water out for years. Ever since I was a little kid, that's been.
What is that?
These mines used to pump that water. They would go in holding ponds. But now they say they shut the pumps off to allow those rare earth minerals to be boil up out of the ground. I lived in Davie. The water would be plum orange coming out the tap. I think that's all to do with that rare earth mineral there. I mean, there's so much cancer went on in the last little bit, it's unreal. If you go down here to the county commission meeting and start asking the wrong questions, the cops will escort your ass out there.
Why do you think people in this county are so afraid to speak up against this?
For one, they got the police on their side. If you cause trouble for them, every time you get out, you're pulled over. It deters people from wanting to do anything. Just go check the politicians out. Every one of them has been there for years and years and years, and they just swap positions. And
I have no words other than I don't think the people in charge of this county are going to like the questions that I ask. But for too long, people have come to McDowell County, gotten their quick shot, and then left. And I just think this county deserves more.
Do y'all think the rare earth mineral was lithium? Let me know.
This is Fox 32 breaking into yesterday's NFL game because there's a tornado warning for their area. And rightfully so. Take a listen.
Good Sunday afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Emily Wall. Sorry to interrupt your game here, but we do have an important weather update for you. For those of you in southern Kankakee County, you can see where we have this red box here that is
now,
just a
that's doing the right thing. Every news station should interrupt any programming when there's danger for their viewing area. But listen to what happens when the commercial comes on.
Wind gusts as high as about 55 to 60 miles per hour. Outside of that, can you guys let me know, do we need to go to this commercial? Okay, so we're going to take the commercial and we'll be right back.
Everything in the GMC Sierra. During the GMC holiday event, get a total value of over $11,700 on this Sierra 1500 model.
Fox 32 in Chicago thought it was more important that you hear a commercial than the tornado headed your way.
Facts. Keep them a consumer.
The next video that I'm about to share with you is one of the craziest videos that I've seen in a long time. Allegedly, a family dog ran away and spent the night in the woods. The dog returned home, but upon returning home, every time the owners tell the dog that they are going to leave, the dog makes a demonic-looking face. You heard what I said. The dog makes a demonic-looking face. If you haven't seen the viral video, viewer discretion is advised. This is pretty scary. Take a look at this. Check this out.
Luna does not like when I go to work.
Look at the mouth. What kind of sounds are those? Look at the eyes.
I see you.
I don't know about you, but what is going on with this dog? What did this dog encounter in the woods? Many people that have watched the video are claiming that the dog is probably possessed by something it encountered in these woods. And others are claiming that the dog may just need an exorcism. No matter how you look at it, something is definitely going on with that dog. What do you think it could be? Do you think it's just a show of affection toward the owner? Or did something happen to this animal when it went in the woods? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
That dog about to get a new owner and go see his maker and have a new home.
Epstein was technically not a perv, he was a mad scientist. Epstein already knew that the global population is heading down and 45% of women will be single and childless by 2030. Epstein Island was a distraction from Zorro Ranch. Zorro Ranch is in New Mexico and he chose it for a reason. Zorro Ranch is a deep, underground military base. It's right down the street from Trementina Base, a bunker and vault complex owned by the Church of Spiritual Technology, an elite order within the Church of Scientology. Scientology's Secret Vault, a rare interview with a former member of the Church of Spiritual Technology. Epstein wanted to turn his New Mexico ranch into a baby-making factory. It's actually a eugenics project. Epstein reportedly hoped to develop a super race of humans with his DNA. He wanted to do this as a part of his fascination with transhumanism. He wanted to go as far as freezing his brain to spread his DNA. Epstein wasn't dealing with politicians, he was really dealing with scientists that MIT, Harvard, and elsewhere face continued fallout over Epstein connections. Private jets, parties, and eugenics? Jeffrey Epstein's bizarre world of science. So what kind of research did Epstein like to fund? He told scientists before he faked his unaliving, the felon liked rebels. They keep saying celebrities, but they didn't tell you he likes to pal around with scientists. What do you think now? I'm your brother Crumb, and you're now watching Crumb TV.
This makes so much sense. They was actually cloning people on Epstein Island, and the was a distraction. Because that's what I'm saying, like, everybody been knew. I knew this since I was like 11 or 10, that they was like doing rituals with babies and child sacrifice and through Hollywood. So I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, why is people just now talking about it? But of course, it's another distraction. Where's the Epstein files? Where's the Epstein files? Another distraction for you goofy motherfuckers. I knew it. I knew it was a distraction. What's really going on is they clone the mother on Epstein Island. All them celebrities and shit who be going to clone them. Clone. It's a cloning facility. I'm not taking away from the fact that they are children, but I've been told multiple times the kids they're doing that to are clone children. But that doesn't make it right, because they still have a spirit, a consciousness, not necessarily a soul. But anybody who's a clone is an abomination to the source, the oversoul, and the spirit. So all this shit, like, that's why Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling, and the truth will continue to be unveiled. And that's why you will see a lot of people, pass. People are either right now, they're evolving, right? So they don't have to reincarnate, or they're dying, being stuck in oblivion, if they're not doing any shadow work.
Remember the movie Sorry to Bother You? The dude that was turning all the people into horse people? Makes me think, was he representing Epstein? When I seen how he's, I don't know, when I seen that these cloning people and he got all these different things, a super race, superhuman, whatever, didn't that sound like the movie Sorry to Bother You? Let me know. Because he said that. That's why I was asking. That's why I had to ask.
People in the Appalachian Mountains. I went down the rabbit hole of Appalachian Mountain TikTok, and let me just tell you, I'm freaked out. So apparently deep in the Appalachian Mountains, there are groups of people that are absolutely feral and practice cannibalism, if you know what I mean. Apparently, a whole bunch of people disappeared in this Appalachian Trail area, most of them without a trace. That brings me to the sad case of Dennis Martin, a 6, almost 7-year-old that disappeared in 1969 in the Appalachian Mountains after going camping with his dad. Let's get into it, guys, and you tell me what you think. So basically, Dennis and his dad had gone out camping and took a break and actually met up with another family, coincidentally enough, had the same last name, Martin. So both of the Martin families sit down and their kids play with Dennis. They're chilling, shooting the breeze, letting the kids do what they do, and they start to do this hide and seek game, during which each of the children pops out in like a surprise kind of way. Now, when it was Dennis's turn, he was nowhere to be found. At that point, his dad shoots up and starts searching everywhere for Dennis, immediately freaking out, as he should. They had literally just took a 2-hour and 16 hike all the way to Spencefield. So Dennis could literally be anywhere. In the middle of all this green was a little boy by himself, scared. So immediately they all go to the authorities and explain what happened. At this point, everybody's looking. 400 people volunteered to look for Dennis, but to no avail because they never found him. Now, if you know anything about the lore of the Appalachian Mountains, a lot of people say that it's haunted, and they often hear women and children/babies screaming in the woods, and people say that it's skinwalkers trying to get you to interact with them and go straight in. And we all know what happens when you go straight in. However, a lot of people don't think that this is paranormal at all. They think that Dennis was actually taken by the feral people, only because about a month after his disappearance, a man was in the woods that, might I add, he told the authorities, and they came and took a look themselves. Allegedly, the little footprint was the exact size of Dennis's feet, and the print was of the exact shoe he was wearing. And next to that footprint was a larger one of a bare foot. So at that point, everyone's wondering who would be out here barefoot with somebody that's wearing shoes. That doesn't make any sense. And shortly after this man found these footprints, he heard a piercing scream that sounded to be of a child from inside the wood. Now, some people say it's the piercing scream of the skinwalkers that wanted him to come in so that they can do things to him. Other people say that might have just been Dennis Martin. I definitely wouldn't say this is directly linked, but let's just look at this map. So this bottom map shows the cave systems of the Appalachian Trail. This top map shows you how many people disappear per year on this trail. It has the same swoop as the swoop of the cave systems. Could it be that these feral people actually reside in these cave systems and use them to kidnap and do other things to travelers that take this trail? You guys tell me. Obviously, all of this is alleged.
Yo, check this out. This is why they utilize certain chemical components that been light photons so we can't see the true reality.
Have been uploading videos in the footage where there was once only blue sky and white clouds. Clear images of cities suddenly appear. Skyscrapers, streets, lights, even moving silhouettes like reflections from another world.
Just like there's an inner Earth, there's an upper Earth as well.
Scientists attempt to explain it, some suggesting it's light refraction.
No, it's not a light
mirage.
It's not no mirage.
The problem is, these cities didn't appear over
when extraterrestrials will operate Vimanas, they typically stated that they look like flying cities. Keep that in mind.
Lasting for tens of minutes with details precise enough to almost make out building outlines even more astonishing.
Trust me, the truth is stranger than fiction.
This might be a brief leak from a parallel dimension. A momentary overlap between our reality and another world, allowing us to glimpse another civilization through the sky.
What's crazy about them seeing these sightings of these cities in the sky?
Now, the thought of upper Earth, I'll be honest with y'all, I ain't really had that thought. Inner Earth, yeah. Hollow Earth, yeah, however you want to put it, look at it, even space on the outside of the ice walls, other lands on the outside of the ice walls. I mean, even that, but I ain't there. I don't know about the upper Earth. Y'all let me know if y'all really feeling that one. I don't know if I agree with that one necessarily, but I know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective be bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hype up the video as well. I forget to tell y'all all the time, but we dropping today on Monday, so of course we coming through again on Tuesday and maybe on Wednesday, but I told y'all we gonna come through rocking. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.